Welcome back to another week of Instigating with Clarkey and Drury, brought to you by our friends at Conway Furniture, Highway 86, east end of Listowel. For all your furniture needs, visit our friends at Conway Furniture. Of course, our friends at Larry Hudson's, Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1000 Wallace Avenue. We'll be hearing from them a little later with Clarkey on the show. He's always got updates for our friends at Larry Hudson's. We'll be hearing from them in the hot deals later on. And of course, our friends, yes, they're hot, the Listowel squash courts as well. And speaking of the Listowel squash courts, it's a squash themed show here because, as you all know, Clarkey, our buddy Al from the squash courts, and a few other guys from our local club here in Listowel.
Let's give them a shout out right off the bat. Mike Benjamins, Jim Chapman, Alan McArthur, and myself. Yes.
You guys all went down to Niagara-on-the-Lake and you guys competed in the Black Knight Court Classic. Yes, correct. Down in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And we're very pleased to be joined by somebody who also competed in that tournament and somebody that we're very excited to talk to, Shawn Fuller, the president of Canadawide Sports, which owns Black Knight. And we're friends with them, Clarkey. We've had them on here before. And Shawn, we're very pleased to have you on the show and get the lowdown on Clarkey's game. How are you?
Well, doing great. We are 4 days removed from this tournament, and I think the body's starting to heal.
That's good to hear.
And I came home with a fever. Thankfully, no one else did. Actually, one of our other guys did come back with something too. So anyway, it happens, right? It does happen. So anyway, I'm playing a little hurt today, but I'm here to play because that's what I do. Play.
Well, you're grinding. Clarkey's been under the weather, but he's grinding through, and he's grinding harder than his Maple Leafs, which we will touch on later. But right now, we want to chat with Shawn. Now, Shawn, you competed in this tournament. Give us your overview of how things went. Clarkey placed 6th in his division. Am I correct there, Clarkey? 6th?
Yeah.
Very impressive. But how did you do in the tournament, Shawn? And what was your opinion of how the whole thing went?
It was a great weekend. We had over 100 competitors in various divisions, from a pro invitational through A, B, C, and D draws. And I competed in C. I finished 6th, like Clarkey. And,
wow.
And actually, we got to say, so Clarkey lost in this final match on Sunday to the only guy I lost to last year.
Oh, really?
Yes, and we should say his name because we will never forget this guy. Chris Perro.
Yeah.
Orangeville, Ontario.
Yeah.
Defeated me last year, and he's the guy who knocked you out of this thing on Sunday morning. And
I did not know that.
We have that in common, that we both have a defeat to Chris Perro. So
there you go.
Yeah. He's a wanted man in both Listowel and Kitchener.
Yeah, he sure is.
Hey,
he was a nice guy. He was a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's a great squash player.
He is. Yeah.
Now I need confirmation here, Shawn, because I was told a story today playing squash with our buddy Alan.
Oh no. What did he tell you?
Now there's two sides to this coin here. Let's start with the negative one. I was told that Clarkey lost one of his round robin matches on the way to that loss eventually, which placed him 6th, to an 11-year-old. Now the other side of the coin is I was told by Al that this kid was the talk of the tournament, and Al said to me that he thinks this kid is going to be an Olympian one day. Can you confirm both of those, adages, if you will, from our friend Alan?
It's a little bit okay. There's some truth to this. He did lose to a future Olympian. Squash is going to be in the Olympics in 2028. This kid will be arriving by then. But his name's Adam Abraham. I think I got that right.
Yep.
And his photos posted all over that club. So he's been in the paper. He's a bit of a protege. I saw him play last year. He played well. This year, he's a year older, a year stronger. He played really well. So it's true. I think he lost in 5.
It went 5 sets. It was 3 out of 5. He beat me 3 games to 2. And I don't want to, cry about bad officiating, but I got robbed. There was a bad call, Ryan. Rated a critical point of the game. There was a bad call. And
Chris,
Shawn,
hold on.
Shawn, was it a bad call? You were watching. You can say it.
It was so bad. it was so bad that we thought we were in the fun house in Niagara Falls, like
Yeah.
And we tried to talk the referee out of this bad call, but he was sticking to it. And
I was stunned, Ryan. I was like, what did you just call? And you can call what they call a let point, where they're saying like the guy didn't have a shot or whatever. And I'm like, what the heck? Anyway, yeah. So a little asterisk beside that victory for Adam.
And the thing about the game, and it's true for squash as it is in any sport, you've got momentum.
Right.
And that killed all of Clarkey's momentum in that match.
It did. It was unbelievable how it affected me, Ryan. I was so pissed off, and I was just trying to say, calm down. You're playing this kid, just calm down. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't calm down, and I was pissed off, and that was the end of it. I had him pissed off in the first game because he was up 10-4, and I came back and beat him. Like 14-12.
It was 14-12 in the first. I remember this.
Yeah. Yeah, he was up 10-4. And at that point, there's a point where you say to yourself, at least I do, okay, I'm just going to try to hit a winner every shot because I don't want to get into long rallies. This kid I'm not going to tire him out. I'm going to get tired out. So I just tried to make a winning shot every time instead of like hitting it down the wall and getting into rallies. And I just started on a momentum run. And there it was. And I won the first game. I can't remember. He won the next game. I can't remember if I won the third game or if he did. But anyway, it was a nice match. I know Adam, I think our producer has a picture of me and Adam on the court. So yeah, it's tough playing a small person. Like it's just tough. Like because he could probably run through my legs. Like there he is. But a great competitor.
That's a great shot.
There it is. Yeah.
So I a couple things I need to address here.
Yeah. He's going to be in the Olympics, dude. Hey, and where did he finish? 4th, right? I think he finished 4th.
Okay. So, now, all that aside, it kind of sounds like you're crying over spilled milk getting beat by an 11-year-old, which isn't a great look.
Not at all.
Well,
if I had been playing Shawn, I got a call like that, I would have been crying too.
Right. It's just that you are, right, because you spent 2 minutes on it. Also, the way that Shawn has rallied around your telling of the tale, I feel like what he just described was how you sound all the time when your Leafs lose in the playoffs. And I would like to know if you handed a script to Shawn to read on this show, because that sounded scripted to me, Clarkey.
It was not at all. And Shawn and Rob,
I don't believe you.
We've had Rob on the show.
Did he play?
He played A division. Didn't he win? Did he win the tournament?
Yeah. So Rob Cooley was on the show before.
Yeah.
He hasn't been playing a lot of squash. And he came into this tournament ready to go. And look, this is a format where there's something for everybody. I mean, you don't have to be the world's greatest squash player, but you can be. You can show up for the competition. You can show up for the camaraderie. Mm-hmm. Some people had a lot of alcohol to consume over the 3 days, and some
no one from Listowel.
No.
Rob Cooley was one of those guys that did not touch any beer, and he was there to win. And I don't even think he lost a game the whole tournament. No. But he just steamrolled through he won the finals 3-0 against a great opponent. And kudos to him. He's been on this show. He took the squash seriously, and he showed up, and he was there for the victory. He wanted to compete. Now
he was also there. He was also there and saw the bad call against me and told me afterwards I got ripped off.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I was trying to
Fair
get off.
I don't want to bitch about it, all the refereeing, because here's Ryan, the format, Ryan. If you win your match,
topic of the
if you win your match, you have to ref the next game.
Yeah.
So it's not like a pro referee, right?
Yeah.
So that's the unfortunate thing. Like I just said, just let us play. Just let it play out. Don't call that something like that, which it was very controversial at that time of the game. Anyway, I'm done with that. But it was a great time. It was
the reference slap shot. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Now, and Rob, like we've heard, and you told me before we had him on the show a while back there, Clarkey, that he was like a legit squash player, like a really, really good. So congrats to him. I'm not surprised to hear this. Now, Shawn, I want to ask you a little bit more about Canadawide Sports, obviously, which you're the president of. Tell us a little bit about it and kind of what you do. And I know you got a lot of brands in play. Just run us through some of the stuff that's going on with Canadawide.
Yeah. A quick backstory. I bought this business in 2009. So I'm coming up to, I think, 15-year anniversary real soon. And Canadawide Sports is a distribution business, supplying sporting goods to retailers from coast to coast. And along the way, I've just been so fortunate to kind of stumble across, almost dumb luck, some really cool sports brands that came up for sale. So today I've got a portfolio of brands that I own, license, and do distribution for, but we own Black Knight for squash and badminton, and we're getting into pickleball, so I'm super excited about that. Road Warrior, which a lot of us grew up playing street hockey, so Road Warrior goalie equipment and for road hockey, and Hockey Shot, which is an absolute gem of a brand. Hockey Shot is a hockey training company, and the claim to fame there is synthetic ice that you can skate on year round in your garage, basement, put it in your backyard if you want.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with Hockey Shot and, of course, Road Warrior. I've become very familiar with Black Knight. Very exciting brands. And I mean, the Hockey Shot, I'll say for anybody who hasn't tried it out, I had the opportunity a couple of years ago to skate on some of their synthetic ice. It was fantastic. I didn't know what to expect. I had never touched synthetic ice before. We had a blast on it. It was so much fun. And it's a great product. And so are the other two brands there that you rattled off. I mean, what kind of drove you to get into this line of business, Shawn? Because like I said, it's really cool. And a lot of people will recognize them and will have great memories using those products. What drove you and drew you in? Well, I love sports. And I wish I was the Rob Cooley of squash, but I'm not. I'm an average weekend athlete, and so I'm not great at that. But I do have a passion for sports, and turns out I'm pretty good at business too. So I was looking for an opportunity to find a sports business, and that's how I got into this in 2009. So it's been a decade and a half, and every once in a while you just come across these opportunities, and I've taken a lot of chances over the years, and most of them turned out pretty good. So I love these brands, and I love the people I work with. I love the industry. Sports is fun. Picture this. Pick any industry you can think of, and then imagine going to the trade show. And I don't want to dump on insurance or software, but you go to a trade show, you walk around, you can't do anything. You go to a sports trade show, and you find that leather baseball glove, you pick it up and you sniff it, and you smell the leather, and you put it on your hand, you go, oh, that feels good. It's a very, very good spot to be. So for those of us that love sports, this is a great, great industry and a good spot to be. It certainly is. Yeah. Clarkey, what do you think? Are sports still fun for you? Like, are you still enjoying sports?
I had a great time on the weekend. It was it's a great thing. And we'll be there next year, for sure. There's one in January, I think, there at the White Oaks complex. I don't know if I'll go in that one, but it's quite the facility, Ryan. How many? 8 courts, I think?
They got 8 courts, all within the hotel.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of participants will stay there. And so you go up to your room, or you use their steam room, sauna, hot tub.
Yeah.
And then you're on the court, and if you want to go to the bar or the restaurant, it's all on site. And those guys did a great job. Matt Easingwood's the pro there. He did a great job keeping things flowing. And we're coordinating 113 people,
right,
on a very fluid schedule, and he did a great job. He really did.
And how many were in that pro side again?
I think we had 6.
Yeah, and they
had to be invited. Pro invitational, so you couldn't qualify for it. You had to be invited to participate.
Nice.
That was high level squash.
Yeah.
And then Nick Sackvey, who grew up playing there, and comes from a great family, he won the whole thing. So he's a top rated Canadian squash player. He won the whole thing, and he beat our guy Sean Deliere, who's a Black Knight pro. And it was a very entertaining final with the pros, and then right after that, Cooley won the men's A draw, and that was just capped off a great weekend.
Now, squash is going to be in the Olympics. Could we see any of these guys that were there this weekend in the Olympics? Like, was it that kind of caliber?
Well, we're getting close, but time is against us here. Mm-hmm. And I think the ideal spot, if you're going to compete in the 2028 Olympics, you're probably, this is just my personal opinion, but you're probably 15 to 21 years old now.
Okay. There was a young female who was amazing too in the men's division. I can't think of what division she was in, but she was really good too.
There was a couple of them. I saw in
Caitlin, I think her name was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. So it's going to be great. I think squash has come a long way, and if you ever get a chance to watch it televised on Squash TV, they've done a good job of making this, I think, a really Olympic caliber event, and it hopefully gets a bunch of people playing the sport.
I would like to think so, and I certainly think that it's been exploding. I mean, even just locally here. I mean, I'm playing it now. Clarkey dragged me into it, and of course Al over at the club. It's fantastic. Now, I know a lot of people, watch the show, they're hockey fans, they're familiar with those other brands, but Black Knight specifically, we're talking about squash and expanding its reach and expanding the player pool and people playing. Tell us a little bit about where people can find your products. Where can people go and find Black Knight stuff, be it in stores or online, Shawn?
Yeah, definitely. So the whole range is at playbk.com, and that's badminton, squash, and pickleball. And then selectively we've got a little bit of stuff at Canadian Tire. We're in some of the pro specialty shops, and I love the independent and the club business. So if you're in Listowel, you got to pop by Listowel Squash Courts and see Alan, and he's got some stuff there too.
Yes, I'm very familiar with the selection of stuff there. And obviously, we want everybody to always visit our friends at the Listowel Squash Courts. And now you have even more reason to do so, because you can find Black Knight stuff in there. Now, Shawn, I know that you're a lover of sports. That's quite obvious. I hear that you're a big baseball guy too, and you're pretty involved in that sport. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I grew up playing a bit of baseball. I was a terrible left-handed pitcher, but I love baseball. And along the way, I got a chance to buy a baseball team. So I purchased in 2018 the Guelph Royals from the Intercounty Baseball League, and we've just been working hard to bring back a high caliber level of baseball. This league, the IBL, if there's a team near you, it's worth checking out. It's the highest level of baseball in Ontario outside of the Toronto Blue Jays. And we started last year. Our roster had 13 former pros that had played single A baseball and higher, and included a handful of Major League Baseball players, retired MLB players that were just playing for the love of the game. It's definitely worth checking out. And I love it. I do. I love it and hate it. I mean, I haven't, since 2018, I haven't been out of the first round of the playoffs. And that just kills me every day. And I got to find a way to make this team a bit better. But the fans are coming back. The caliber of baseball is good. And I can't wait for spring training.
Yeah, my friend Mark Perry, who is my broadcast partner with the Guelph Storm, he has covered a number of your team's games, and of course Kitchener, London. He's very passionate about it. I've been to a game; it's fantastic. It's a great atmosphere, and hey, you know what? He hasn't officially announced it, but he's no longer with Cincinnati. They're not going to bring him back. Maybe you got to get on the phone and give Joey Votto a call. You never know, right?
Hey, you never know. You never know. My biggest signing was Dalton Pompey. I had Pompey play for a year. He was a first-team All-Star. It looked effortless, and he can do it. So you never know. You never know. And I'm actually heading to Japan at the end of the month, and I've got some friends there that are putting on a bit of a baseball tryout for us. And so maybe we'll find the next Ichiro Suzuki, or you never know.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe you guys could be the ones to bring that Yamamoto kid over. That kid who's mowing down batters for fun over there. I think he played like in 30 something games this year. And he had like a 1.42 ERA. It's redonkulous what that kid's doing. Obviously, being a big baseball fan. Welcome back, Clarkey. By the way, there he is.
Yeah, I think can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, my computer, it's unbelievable. I don't know what's going on. I need a computer geek to come in here, but it just shut right down on me. So I'm back on my phone for now.
You got to stop leaving it plugged in, and you got to stop leaving it on 24/7. Not good for it. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
That's okay. From a Mac guy to another one. So
yeah, I know. I love my
tip
Mac
for you.
Yeah, it's letting me down. Why didn't you bring in the Savannah banana?
Needs to do it, and they'll sell out like crazy.
Yeah, my daughter was trying to get tickets. She's actually got tickets. She's going down somewhere in Syracuse or somewhere to watch them this coming summer. But she was on a waiting list. It's crazy how that has taken off, but it's fun. It's like sort of like the Harlem Globetrotters, I guess, of baseball, eh?
That's exactly it. Nobody has ever said that to me before, but it resonates because I see what they're trying to do, and they're playing banana ball now.
Yes,
which has its own set of rules, and I read them the other day, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm too much of a purist on baseball, but I think it'd be good. Somebody needs to do it for sure.
Are you a Leaf fan?
Yeah, sure, Clarkey. I'm not going to argue with you. I already.
Well, give us your lowdown
on the. Hey, I don't know. This is early, right? This is early, so be patient, right? Yeah. It's all going to come together. Nope. This is Toronto's a tough city to play in because the media is on you, and so there's no free pass when it comes to hockey media. But it's going to be okay. Just everybody be patient, relax, no stress.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah,
I'm losing faith. I must say, I'm losing faith.
Yeah, I think we're watching Shawn reel Clarkey back from the edge with a fish line live on TV here. It's an incredible stuff. I want to ask you as well. Obviously, I would just assume that you're a Jays fan. What'd you think of the way this season ended and some of the off-season, I'll call them non-moves that they've made so far, because we were disappointed, and I think a lot of Jays Nation was too, Shawn.
Yeah, like when the lead stories, the renovations. That's tough, right? But I don't know. It's the one thing I'm learning from trying to build a contender in the IBL, and maybe it's the same in at every level, is talent will only get you so far, and there is some real truth to this thing about team chemistry, and you can't manufacture it. I put a group of ball players together that on paper looked like the number one team in the league, at least in my eyes, and I had high hopes, and you get into the season and it just didn't click. Like it wasn't there, and I would have traded rosters with some terrible looking teams because their guys gelled really well, and so I don't know. Back to the drawing board, I guess. The chemistry thing's real, I think, in sports, and I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you can think back to a team or a year where those guys just genuinely loved each other, they loved the game, and they played real well together, and they played better than their statistics maybe showed.
Well, I think the Texas Rangers this year are probably that team, and you'd maybe say the Phillies last year, even though they lost in the World Series finale. But the Rangers this year, because when, like Clarkey, you know this, when you consider especially the last 2 months of their season, think about what the Rangers did, right? They spend over $250 million getting Semien and Seager in separate off seasons. They bring those guys in. The team doesn't start very well. Then all of a sudden in the middle of the year this year, they were leading the division for longer than anyone else. Then the last 2 months, they also brought in Jacob deGrom. He gets hurt immediately. So then they go get Max Scherzer. He gets hurt after like 3 starts. It was actually in Toronto where he blew his shoulder out. Then their bullpen couldn't do anything right. But then they come into Toronto and they sweep Toronto in that 4-game series. And then they got swept in Cleveland right after that and nearly got swept by the Mariners, still somehow got in and won out and managed to get into the playoffs. And when everybody along the way counted them out in almost every series they were in because of their bullpen weakness. And then all of a sudden, their bullpen just did the little things right. They did enough to mitigate runs. They gave some up, yes. But then Jose Leclerc goes in there to close things down. He's elite. And Seager and Semien, especially Corey Seager, did he ever put on a clinic in that World Series? That guy's going to the Hall of Fame based on his playoff performances alone. So I think that this year's Texas Rangers, and congrats to them, first ever title, they're a team that seemed to come together at the right time. And with Bruce Bochy at the helm, Clarkey, how much have we talked recently about the analytics running the Jays and yanking Jose Barrios? Bruce Bochy didn't do any of that nonsense, and he let the players play. And I think that speaks volumes, right?
Absolutely. And that's why they have a team or a manager that they're not going to fire, that they blamed him. They told the world it was Schneider's call. And they're not going to do anything because he is a puppet. I've said it many times. He's a puppet. And Bruce Bochy wouldn't be a puppet. Neither would Gibby. He wouldn't be a puppet either.
That's why Gibby's gone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I agree with everything what Shawn said about chemistry. And this team just doesn't seem to have it. And they're going to have to rebuild it right now because there's some free agents leaving. Chapman, I guess, is still on the table. They might bring him back, but Merrifield's gone. I don't know if Chapman's coming back either. It didn't seem like he enjoyed his time here.
I don't want him at that money.
No, for sure. Scott Boros does, though.
Well, Scott Boros wants everybody at max money. I love Chappie. You know this. He's my favorite player. I love Chappie.
I like
the way he hit. It was a disaster last year. He's a disaster and should be costing himself money, in my humble opinion. Shawn, I guess what we're really trying to get at here, would you have allowed Ross Atkins and John Schneider to come back, one or both, or would you have let these guys come back? Like, do they still deserve a bit of rope here? I mean, we certainly didn't think so. What's your opinion on that?
I don't know. These guys, they spend a lot of money, and but I've been guilty of it myself. And you think on paper you got something, but here's the deal: when you get this far into it and you just see it's not clicking, you got to do something. And they failed to do it. And Schneider, I don't know. I mean, puppet's not an unfair term. I think he got told what to do. I mean, exactly. I just keep thinking like. They've had some characters in that role before, and I would love to see what somebody like Gibby would have done, because he might have nodded along in the meeting, and then when you're on the field, you're in control, and I think he would have taken control. I don't know. I love managers that play with a sense of feel for the game, and the analytical stuff has a place to play for sure, but I love gut feel. I love intuition. And I even our own Guelph Royals IBL team. I mean, I just got this guy Dino Rumel, who's got a great feel for the game, and he's good with numbers. Don't get me wrong; he can recite stats through the lineup. He'll remember 3 weeks ago what you did against a certain relief pitcher. But that's just a feel for the game. That's not going off of spreadsheets and stuff like that. So I don't know what you do with those guys. But you overhaul. Yeah,
it's going to be tough.
Yeah, like if we're playing cards and you got kind of a crappy hand, what do? You throw it away. Like, you know what I mean? Just sometimes you got to draw from the deck again.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, like, I'm not playing a 7-2 offsuit. I'm not taking risks with that. But if I got a Jack Queen suited, like, I'm throwing my hat in there. But the Jacks and Queens never showed up for the Jays this year, at least not at any level of consistency. So it has already been and will continue to be a very, very interesting off season. You know, the Cubs are in play, a lot of Ohtani rumors. The Jays are rumored to be in on him. I'll believe it when I say if the Jays sign Shohei Ohtani, I'll eat a shoe. There's just absolutely no shot that that's happening. But you know, I guess stranger things have happened, but I highly doubt that they're going to sign the best player in the world.
Hey, before we let Shawn go here,
yes,
you said you spoke to Al this morning.
Yep.
Well, obviously he gave you the info on my game. How did he say his game was? That's what I'm more curious about.
He said he wasn't feeling super great about it at the start. I know he lost his first 2 games and then won one and got bumped down into the consolation final. He said like he didn't feel good. He was running around and was getting gassed. He just said he didn't feel very good.
Like everyone else.
Like, hey man, well, you know, hey, beat the crap out of me today. So I mean,
there you go.
But that's me. So
Mm-hmm.
hey, I'm not good.
Al shows up. He's never played in a tournament before. And he's got a truck full of buddies, and of course he's got the first match of the tournament, and there's a lot of pressure on him. So everybody watched him, and that just kind of rattled him. And I think there's this you come onto the court with some nerves, and then it's just a pure adrenaline dump after the first rally. And I think he just had to play through that. So
yeah, that's a good way to put it for sure.
Tournament plays
highway legs.
Highway legs. He had 2 games before the rest of us had 1 game.
Yeah.
He had played 2 games.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, Clarkey. So you know this, but to play in this tournament, you have to be registered. You have to have an affiliation. And so Squash Ontario tracks this stuff and they feed all the data to Squash Canada.
Yeah.
So I checked out your stats before.
Okay. Call. Where am I 55 plus?
He's out of the whole country.
Listen to this, Ryan.
Yeah, he's number 208 in the whole country in his age category.
It's not bad.
It's not. That's pretty good. I'd be like 3,000 something.
What are you, Shawn?
I only checked yours.
Okay, that's fine. No, Chris Perro's the top 100.
Yeah,
last I checked, he was like 75th or something. So if I had to beat him.
Yeah. This is the game within the game. That
exactly.
It just might be addictive enough that you'll want to play in another tournament.
Oh, I do for sure. If my body will let me.
Yeah, but we don't have to go all the way to St. Catharines. We'll do something closer to home.
Okay,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, your home court is Kitchener.
I'm playing out. I actually have 2 memberships.
Okay.
Nice.
And if Listowel will have me, it would be an honor to be a guest member there. But I'm playing out of Greystone in Waterloo and Canadawide Racket Club in Kitchener.
Okay.
And we keep saying we're going to host you guys. If I was to bring the Listowel crew to one of those clubs, and they're both very, very different places, and they got great squash people there. But we got to go to KW Racket Clubs. It's an old 1950s house that's been converted into a squash club. So when you walk in, front door, it's as if you're in the living room. Well, it was formerly the living room.
Wow, that's
which
cool.
Is now a bar. It's men's only, which is a throwback to the 1950s when this thing opened, or 1960s. And there's 2 singles courts, a doubles court, and a hardball court. And it's just full of wonderful characters, as we met a whole bunch of them on the weekend. And yeah, we're going to have to do it again. We're all going to have to get together and we'll have our own little mini tournament.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool.
We did it. Your worst 5. You bring your worst 5. I'll bring my worst 5.
Okay.
And, that means I have to go.
Yeah, Ryan has to come.
Yeah, you're playing 1, Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, that'll be cool. We know we could do a show there.
Oh, I think
absolutely.
From the living room. Yeah, we have to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay.
We're going to figure this out.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah, and it's all good people. You know, the one good thing, the thing I love about squash is everywhere I've gone, and I've had a chance to play in different countries and different provinces, and I'm not playing at an elite level, but I can always find somebody my skill level, and squash people are really genuinely great people. I met so many wonderful people this weekend. from clubs across the province. So it's pretty cool. It's the one thing you have in common, and that's the thing about guys especially. We don't need to have 100 things in common to be best friends. We have to have that one sport that we both like, and then we can sit down and have a beer and chat about it. And that's what the weekend was all about for me.
Absolutely.
I agree 100%. Yeah. Well, we got to get that figured out, and we would love to do a show there with you, Shawn. Man, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
I was one let point away from maybe cracking the top 100.
Shawn, it's been great having you on the show, and we're
looking forward. This was not like factually accurate in all senses, but it's a little bit entertaining, and I appreciate you having me on.
Man, it was great to have you on. Check out Canadawide Sports and all their great brands, which include Road Warrior, Hockey Shot, and of course, Black Knight Squash. They have racket equipment. I mean, you can get it right here.
Pickleball coming soon.
Courts, ladies and gentlemen, pickleball as well, which is exploding. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. Shawn Fuller, president of Canadawide Sports. Thanks so much for doing this, my friend.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Like I said earlier, we've got to talk some hockey because there's a few things up here, in particular in Canada, that are going pretty sideways for a lot of teams up here. We will talk about that next on Instigating. Welcome back to Instigating with Clarkey and Ryan, brought to you again by our friends at Conway Furniture, Highway 86, east end of Listowel. We'll be chatting about them later. Of course, Couch Potatoes will round out the show. Our friends at Larry Hudson Chevrolet Buick GMC, 1000 Wallace Avenue. And of course, our friends at Listowel Squash Courts. We just had a great chat with Shawn Fuller of Canadawide Sports, chatting about that big squash tournament that Clarkey and our friend Al over at the Squash Courts were involved in. And you know what, Clarkey, we know what you're also involved in, and that's hot deals. And Larry Hudson's has those.
They do. Black Friday, of course, is this month.
Oh my God,
it's a big day. It's November, dude. It is November, and we are having a Black Friday sales event all month long, where you can save $500 to $7,000 on dealer discounts on all new in-stock 2023 Chevy, Buick, and GMCs. And on select models, you still get 0.99% financing on some trucks, and Costco members still get a discount. So the deals are hot at Larry Hudson's.
That's extreme. That might be the hottest deal we've ever heard.
That's
time. Unbelievable.
It's time. If you've been waiting, it's time to come in.
Chevy, Buick, GMC 2023 in stock.
2023s in stock from $500 up to $7,000. It depends on what vehicle. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, come on in.
There's deals on everything. I mean, it doesn't get hotter than that, does it?
It's hot.
Go see Clarkey.
It's hot.
Or if you already have a rep over there, go visit them. If you don't, go see our buddy Clarkey. Hot deals. Larry Hudson, Chevrolet Buick GMC. You know, it's not hot. I mean, we're going right from top of the heater to the furnace is off. Canadian hockey teams in the National Hockey League. Not a good scene, particularly in two markets. We will start with the obvious one, and that's Clarkey's Maple Leafs. Not looking very good. They are, as a matter of fact, they're atrocious defensively. And I don't know what happened, because the last couple of years, the team defense has been pretty good. They've actually ranked in the top 10 quite often in terms of team defense and advanced metrics like shot suppression, high danger shot suppression. This year, they are getting caved in their own zone as we record this following the very disappointing 6-3 loss to the Ottawa Senators in what has become a renewed Battle of Ontario. They have a -3 goal differential after 13 games. Clarkey, the concerns are running rampant.
Well, Shawn talked me off the shelf there, but I am very concerned. There's no doubt about it. We like Brad Treliving has got to make his living here and show the Leaf fans that he can turn this around, because you're absolutely right. It's atrocious. There's no sugarcoating it. They're awful. I'm going to get right into it now. I know you didn't tee it up, but my Conway Furniture Couch Potato of the Week, I'm going to get right into it. There's no viz because he doesn't deserve any viz.
Whoa.
But it's John Klingberg. Like, he's been absolutely awful. He's awful. Like, he doesn't know where he is on the ice. Like,
we all, and when our friend Dark Guy was on here, we love Dark Guy. He's always trying to kind of spin a positive yarn, and it's fun to be positive. It's way better than the alternative. I don't even think he said, hey, John Klingberg, for as good as he is offensively, he will cause problems. Boy, I don't even think even he, in all of his positive nature, saw it being this bad. And he was the seventh defenseman in practice the other day following that loss to Ottawa. Don't think he'll play in the game in their next couple games.
He should be on the couch.
But
he should be on the couch. Like, I'm sorry that he should. They have to recognize, okay, we've made a mistake and we got to bail ourselves out of this one somehow. I don't know how, but they have to get out. They have to get out of it. Like, send him down to the Marlies. Like, put him on waivers and send him down.
He'd get claimed, and then they'd be in more trouble, because then who do you replace him with? Well, you can't just say fine though, Clarkey, and that's actually kind of their problem. No,
they're better off without him.
Because, but then if you call up a guy and good potential, he's worse.
But how does the cap work if a guy claims him? Like, that's got to show some cap space for the Leafs.
Very little. He's not signed to a huge deal by any means. And also, Liljegren's hurt.
I know. But Tibbs is coming back. McCabe should be coming back.
Oh, thank God.
No. Hey, dude, this. I'm not going to say that, I long for the days of Justin Hall, but you're right. The team
don't say that.
Better defensively last year. And it's funny now, all the experts are out there saying, this team was top 10 defensively last year and blah, blah, blah. And that's all we heard last year is how bad the team was defensively. Even though the stats showed they weren't. All the people who love to pick on the Leafs said that they were terrible. Well, this team is terrible right now, and they got to get themselves out of it. There's a lot of passengers up front as well. It's not just the back end. There's a lot of guys up front, and I'm not going to go too hard on Mr. Fancy Pants, but how can this guy claim
he had 5 points the other night? I mean,
great. Yeah. Puck hits his skate and goes to Austin Matthews and he shoots it in. Like, I get it. He gets points, but man, oh man, he just doesn't put out a lot of effort at times, and it's frustrating as heck.
So I
am very concerned. I'm very concerned. My level of concern
would be
very high right now.
Yeah. As the guys on Overdrive would say, the underpants meter is pretty grim.
Like, I'm about to write them off for this season.
Yeah. Well, wow. So here's a couple things. Something has to be done. I agree, but I don't think that there's room to bag on Brad Treliving at all. He's barely been here, and he made a bunch of signings in the offseason that everybody was very universally excited about, including me, minus John Klingberg and Ryan Reeves, who has it's bordering on, like, this guy might not, like, it might be a situation where you can't put him in a game for the rest of the year.
No, like, I don't think Reeves is playing. They called up Pontus Holmberg, so I don't think Reeves is playing.
And Nick Robertson
on Friday night. And Robertson's been good, and I think
he looked pretty good.
Bertuzzi, I thought, had his best game against Ottawa, and Domi seems to be more comfortable at center ice, and he's played well the last couple of games.
Domi is not, I will say this, over the last couple of games, Domi's not getting rewarded for some of the good things he's doing in the offensive zone. I will say that.
What a backhand sauce pass yesterday to Robertson.
Very nice.
That was unbelievable.
Those guys, I think, will come good, particularly Bertuzzi, because Bert is too good not to click and put up points.
I agree.
They're still getting comfortable. So I don't think it's fair, and I know you're not doing it, but there are people out there already going, Brad Treliving sucks and blah. It's like, Brad Treliving just walked in, and everyone was excited. Universal acclaim, and a lot of universal acclaim as well for the Klingberg and Reeves signings, which I didn't like. I'm not an expert. I'm a diehard fan. I like to watch. Take what I say with a grain of salt. But there were a lot of people excited about that too. Boy, they're going to make the room tough. They don't.
So my comparison was, I thought Reeves was a better player than Wayne Simmons, who played a lot last year.
Which was a crazy take.
Well, where's Wayne Simmons this year?
Wayne Simmons has been bogged down and had his career railroaded by awful injuries.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'd still rather have him at 50%. I'd rather have Wayne Simmons on one leg with half an arm than what. How could you even argue that, dude? With what?
What did I see Wayne Simmons do last year for this team? Nothing.
More than this guy.
Well, he's had 10, 13 games. Let's see.
What's he doing? Not his job.
About the same as Wayne Simmons did. Nothing.
But not his job. And it's worse, and I'll tell you why. Because he was literally signed to do only one thing.
Right.
And he hasn't.
I agree. Totally
Which
agree.
is a bigger indictment than anything you could say about Wayne Simmons and the shortcomings of his. Wayne Simmons is a former 30 goal scorer. I know that's not relevant now.
Like, so is Mario Lemieux, but like, he can't play now, so it doesn't matter.
I think Mario would offer more than what Ryan Reeves is doing.
Yeah, I don't doubt that either.
That's insane.
I don't doubt that either. I don't doubt that.
So my point is made then that the guy, he has been a disastrous signing. Far more, I would say, than John Klingberg. Like it's and that might be a stretch for some, because some people are going, well, what did we expect? Well, I expected one thing to be done. And listen, again, I'm some guy. I'm not a pro athlete. And Ryan Reeves could kick my ass up and down any terrain, any time of day that he wanted. But I'm not supposed to be kicking people's asses up and down any terrain, any time of day. He is. And he got paid $1.3 million for 3 years to come here and do it. And the guy has done a lot of talking. Arbor Jack guy, the opening night. Oh, I'm sad. I'm really rattled that he jumped me. I don't go around jumping people. Maybe you should. Maybe you should have went out there and taken the 10-game sussy to go after Brad Marchand.
He hit one guy so far this season.
On Minnesota.
And then had to answer the bell to Foligno.
And he got in a fight, keep in mind, defending himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Not defending Austin Matthews and making him play bigger. He's playing great.
No, I know. Or not Willie Nylander, who got cross-checked into the boards. Or
against Florida.
Or not Liljegren, who got slew-footed by Marchand. No, I know. I get it, man. I get it. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating.
And talk. And for a guy, and I love to bring this up, for a guy who would just chirp at Tom Wilson all the time, oh, he won't fight me, blah, blah, blah. He's too busy skating 800 miles faster than you, scoring goals.
What would it cost to get Tom Wilson?
Cups.
What would it cost to leave?
Dude,
I'm just saying, what would it cost? Let's be realistic here.
I will be. If I'm Brian McClellan, the Leafs call me, I want 2 first-round picks, at least, probably another one, and a prospect. I don't know who it would be. I don't know.
Like a Fraser Minton, that kind of, like a real young guy?
Yeah, a guy like that. Like, and I'm dead serious, and people are going 2 first-round picks for Tom Wilson. Yeah, actually. Go check out his highlights and what he does. It's more than just skating around at 2 miles an hour.
Well, I watched the game the other night. I watched your game the other night there against who'd you play? Florida? You lost in overtime.
Oh, the most recent one, the overtime loss, yeah.
But like Tommy Wilson's out there to start the overtime.
Well, he can really skate.
That's what I'm saying. Skater. Like that's, I see things like that.
Scored a short-handed goal the other day in the win. I want to say that was Minnesota. Let me say that again. Tom Wilson scored a short-handed goal, killing penalties.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a great penalty killer.
And is he from the area?
Yeah, he's from the Toronto area. He's from, I believe he is from Toronto proper.
Yeah, I think so too. Anyway,
now
we can dream.
That's dreaming and great, because he's going to be the next.
But there's going to be teams. But there's going to be teams, Ryan, that are going to start to look. You would think at dumping some guys. Calgary.
Wow.
Like teams like that.
Well, there's the rumor There's the rumor that he might, that Treliving might go get his old boy, Nikita Zadorov,
Tanev would be great addition too. If he can get those two guys, that changes the defense completely.
But then some money's got to move somewhere else, and is that TJ Brody gone? Like,
that's fine. You know what?
I know. And hey,
he traded him here.
I'd make the move.
Yeah, I would definitely trade TJ Brody. I
think it might take more than that though. Like these guys,
it might.
Man, I'm watching them, and I'm just kind of, and I understand Sheldon Keefe's frustration, and I don't want this to happen. But if this kind of stuff keeps going on, it won't matter if Matthews scores a goal a game.
I agree, man. I agree.
And all this stuff. It just doesn't matter.
It won't matter.
They are getting crushed out there, and something's got to change. Like
I agree.
It is not good enough. And that goal,
maybe they're built for the playoffs.
They aren't. I'll tell you that right now.
They're not.
We got to have at some point here soon before the holidays our friend Steve Dangle on, because his video the other night was unbelievable, where he said you can be bad, but you can't be soft. You can play hard and be bad, and that's okay. Toronto fans will put up with that. You can't be both. Or you can be really, really good and be soft and score a bunch of goals and entertain people and win 6-5 against Tampa. But you can't be both. And they are right now as we record this. They're soft and they're bad. And the bad side of it is something that I think can be remedied because they do still have a lot of talent on the team. But this softness thing that has been a weekly topic in this market for a long time.
Yeah.
The fact that we're still talking about that after the snot being added into the lineup, Bertuzzi and Domi and Reeves, is unacceptable to me. And I don't know. However, and Ilya Samsonov, I was right. I'm just going to book it right now. I'm sorry, Dark Guy. I'm sorry, everybody. I told you I was right. And what you did was last year, you all let yourselves get sucked back into the Ilya Samsonov vacuum. I did it. I did it all the time. He'd have a shutout in Washington, and I thought, oh my God, here he comes. And I'll admit he did it over a little longer stretch last year at times, except on the road and in the playoffs. What you're seeing is the Ilya Samsonov experience. That's what this is, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sorry to do this. It's not early. I was right. This cat is all over the place. He cannot figure out how to stay in his blue paint, cut angles down, and play the position properly. And I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry, because you're suffering, all of you, from the same affliction that I did, that thankfully the Washington Capitals walked away from. And I'm sorry. But I was right. Now, you could be Edmonton, which, oh my God.
Well,
I can't.
As we speak, they're getting ready to play San Jose, and
you have to fire people if they lose.
They would have 100%.
And our fans will be seeing this after that game.
Yeah,
we're saying right now, like, be prepared if they did lose to the Sharks. The Sharks. Be prepared for a lot of news flying out of Edmonton. Already sent Jack Campbell down. God love the kid. I'm sorry. Like, I feel awful for him.
I feel like Jack Campbell was the same kind of thing like Samsonov was for the Leafs. All the Edmonton fans were excited. The Leaf fans said, this guy doesn't have the mental capability to get on a run. And
that's a good narrative. You're right.
Like, he really can't. And, they signed him for $5 million for 5 years.
The 5 year, if it was 2 years, you'd go
5 years.
Well, 5, man. Edmonton's got a lot of guys, and again, I'm not trying to pick on people here, but there's a lot of them. None of them are playing well. Man, Campbell at 5. Darnell Nurse is making $9.25.
Yeah.
I don't see a $7 million defenseman in that guy.
No, not at all.
Where is he, Kenny? Like, a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs pretty soon. And it's bad. I will say I enjoyed my trip out to Vancouver, went to a Canucks game.
Oh, nice.
And are they ever flying? Went and saw them shut out the Dallas Stars, a very good hockey team. And I'm telling you, man, Elias Pettersson is on another level right now. And even more so is Quinn Hughes. Thatcher Demko looks healthy. He had a brilliant shot. He made a couple shocking saves, and to be there live was incredible. It was great to be in there. And Quinn Hughes he's just dancing around out there. It's really incredible. It was fun to go. It was really fun to go. Great atmosphere too. Really fun. They got a great goal song too. I know that'll bug you, Clarkey. I love their goal song. It's fun. Everybody sings it. It's a good spirit down there on the West Coast. It was a lot of fun. We're coming up toward the end of the show here, Clarkey, and you sprung right on. Like you got.
Well, we
right
got into the Leafs, and I had to.
This was a discussion that needs to happen. They are not playing well. They aren't. You know who's always playing well? It's our friends over at Conway Furniture. And I'll tell you what, do they ever get it done for you? You go in there, dude, and I'll tell you what, all the items in there, the price you see, HST and delivery included. You want a new table? You want a brand new, beautiful, leather, comfy sofa or love seat to be a couch potato on? You go see our friends at Conway Furniture. Now, my couch potato, you jumped right on it. You got to business right away. Okay, John Klingberg, mine. And I'm sorry to do this. We're ending the show this way. Producer Adam, you know what to do. It's very obvious to me. I'm sorry. We had a freak out episode when the Kyle Beach stuff came out. Our friend Steve Dangle came on that show. And now it's come out that another player is coming forward from that same 2010 team that was also sexually assaulted by Brad Aldrich, the former video coach, who, keep in mind, the Chicago Blackhawks wrote a letter of recommendation for so he could go to a prep school and sexually abuse a bunch of minors. That's what happened. And now it's happened again. And I don't want to hear any excuses or this guy's never come forward. They knew about this guy too. They deserve zero benefit of the doubt. And their owner, Rocky Wirtz, who is one of the biggest pigs that ever lived, I'm sorry, the man's dead. I will speak ill of him. Putrid leadership, and it runs downhill, and they're doing it again. These guys got away with a heinous, disgusting cover-up, and they were fined $2 million, more than what the Ottawa Senators had to pay for screwing up paperwork. And then they got to draft Connor Bedard. They should be stripped of 3 first-round picks and fined $15 million. They made all that $2 million back the second they drafted Bedard with jersey sales alone. It's sickening what the league has allowed this putrid, shameful organization to do and continue getting away with. And they're my couch potato of the week. And really the NHL is at large as well. Sick of this crap. Do what's right. You're making millions upon billions of dollars. And what they should do is rip that memorial patch off. The Rocky Wirtz memorial patch does not deserve to be celebrated. Spending money and making sure your team wins Stanley Cups does not make you a celebratory worthy person when you pull this crap and we all know about it. Sick of it. Chicago Blackhawks, my couch potato. You'll be in a way better mood than I am right now when you go see our friends at Conway Furniture. Let me tell you. Tables, new kitchen attire. You want some flooring. You want a couch to be a couch potato on, which I'm going to do because I got to calm down. I'm really red right now. I'm matching the jersey. You go see our friends at Conway. Prices in there, HST and delivery included. And they got a bunch of great deals coming up. Obviously, the holidays around the corner. You want to get mom a new sofa, a new love seat. You go see our friends on Highway 86, east end of Listowel, Conway Furniture. Remember to also visit our friends at Larry Hudson Chevrolet Buick GMC. Black Friday deals coming up. Clarkey ran him down. Go see a rep over there. And hey, you want to get in on the squash game? Join our friend Alan over at the Listowel Squash Courts. 24/7 facility, easy to sign up. Great sport to get involved in and get into. You can watch this show Friday nights at 8, Sunday nights at 9 with our friends on Whiteman TV. That's channel 6 for Whiteman subscribers. We debut on our YouTube channel Friday nights at 9 p.m. You can follow us on social media at Instigating Pod, and you can find the podcast version on, hey, all your favorite podcast apps, Spotify, Apple. Go find it. It's up there. I'm Ryan Drury for Shawn Fuller, who joined us from Canadawide Sports, and of course, my good friend Clarkey. Feel better, brother. We're pulling for you. I know you've been a little under the weather. Feel better. Great 6th place finish in the tournament. That's Clarkey for you.
I'll take it.
He'll take it. Well, hopefully the Leafs turn it around for you. All right. We will be back. We don't need to turn it around. We always deliver for you guys. We'll be back next week with more Instigating.